Alright, I got 4 Olights sitting in front of me, and they're all similar. Some are a little bit older model that I'd done a review on. 2 of them are the latest greatest. We'll be focusing more on the latest ones, but I want to throw the other 2 in just to give a person a good idea on what they've improved on and by how much, or letting people know what they could expect with the different lights. Starting out, we have the Olight S1A Baton, and then the Olight S2R Baton, and then the new Olight S10R Baton 3rd Gen, and then the latest S30R Baton 3rd Gen. Like I said, they all have similarities, but there is improvements, and I think what I'll do is start out with the S1A and quick run through the features and what you get with it. Now, this comes with a lanyard, and you have some spare O-rings and whatnot. It has the magnetic charging port, like all these little Olights do, and a nice pouch. Now this flashlight has, it's kind of important, a 550 milliamp battery with 2.0 watts per hour. Now why I'm bringing that up is the other little one that I'm going to review has a higher end battery, and you stick it in this flashlight, it will cut out. You'll be sitting there wondering what the hell is wrong until you pull a battery out and then put it back in. It does come with the rechargeable battery. Now this one has the XML2 emitter. It's good for up to 145 meters and up to 900 lumens. And it does have the fade in and fade out mode to where it kind of brightens up, and then when you shut it off, it'll slowly fade out. I will be going outside and doing some real good beam shots of these, but to get it on low mode, which is a half a lumen, you just press the switch for a second and it's on, which you can't see it there. Next mode up is 12 lumens, and that's good for 33 hours, and a half a lumen was good for 15 days. Third mode, 60 lumens, 4.5 hours. Fourth mode, 300 lumen, 60 minutes. In the fifth mode, 900 lumens for 30 seconds, and it will cut back down to 300 lumens. Now notice the little bit wider beam on this one. Every one of these got the lockout mode where you hold the switch for a little bit till it flashes, and then it will not turn back on till you hold it again. Now charging, you have your magnetic charging base. You see it's green once you plug it in. If your light was needing charge, it would be red. Quite simple. Magnetic tail cap that you can stick to any metal. Very powerful tail cap as far as the magnet goes. Does a damn good job of holding this flashlight on. Now next up, we have the S2R Baton. This is a rechargeable version. Pretty much comes with the same accessories. It's a little bit, roughly about twice the size of the S1A, as you can see there. This takes a 3200 milliamp 18650 battery. It comes with the rechargeable 18650 3200 milliamp battery. Now this is up to 1020 lumens out the front. This has the XML2 emitter, good for rated at 153 meters of throw. This does have 5 modes, pretty much the same thing. Hold the switch on for a second, it goes to low mode, half a lumen. This will run for 60 days. Second mode, 12 lumens, 120 hours. Third mode, 120 lumens for 13 hours. Really like that in these 18650 versions. Long battery life. Fourth mode, 500 lumens for 200 minutes. And then the fifth mode, double press quick, 1020 lumens for 2 minutes, and then it'll cut back down to 500. Now, the S10R Baton 3rd Gen. Accessory-wise, kind of the same things. Lanyard, a USB cable, and the micro dock, which I think is pretty awesome for these things. It has little suction cups on the bottom that work quite well to keep everything stable. Basically, plug it into your micro USB port, and you have a charging indicator right in the front. To when it's charged, basically just take your flashlight off, set her on it. And it does have an extension to run another USB cable out to charge a second device. It's pretty cool in itself. Now this light, they've upped the game on it. Number one, this is why I wanted to show you a comparison. If you look at the lenses on these, got a lot shorter lens on the S1R than you do on the S10R 3rd Gen. Gives you a lot more focused beam punching out there farther, and I really like that on it. It is a little bit bigger in diameter, as you can see there. But this has the Cree SST40 LED. It's good for 118 meters of throw, and it takes one CR123 battery, but this battery is a high drain 650 milliamp battery versus the other one's 550. This is 2.4 watts per hour drain. Kind of the same. It has 4 modes versus 5. Long press it to start it out with. You're running moonlight mode, half a lumen for 15 hours. Second one up, 12 lumens for 33. Third one, 120 lumens for 160 minutes. And then the highest mode, 600 lumens for 1.5 minutes, and then it'll step back down. But it's a very tight beam. Just to show you the difference, that in the S10R, there's the S10R on 900 lumens, and there's the S10R 3rd gen on 600 lumens. Now if we were to turn them down a little bit, you can get an idea, a lot more focused beam. And you can't see it in the daylight, but there is a glow-in-the-dark O-ring inside the reflector. Size-wise, it's not much bigger than the S10R. Now it is smaller than the S10R 2nd gen. It's a little bit shorter. Very small, handy light. That tight beam on this thing, really impressed with it compared to the wider pattern on the older versions. Like I said, we'll be going out and hitting some good beam shots of these and comparing it to possibly other lights. And now for the one that I actually really fell in love with, the S30R Baton 3rd gen. I'm not even going to pull out all the accessories. It's pretty much got the same accessories as the other ones. And it does have the micro dock 3 along with it, same as the S10R 3rd gen. Pretty much the exact same setup. Now the S30R 3rd gen, like say compared to the S2R, as far as throw, you're talking 153 meters and 188 meters. Big difference between these is the same thing. The reflectors, if you look at it there, the S30, very deep reflector. This does have the same emitter. It's got the Cree XML2 as this one. A little bit bigger in diameter. It's enabling it to give out quite a bit more throw from what I can see than the S2R. And this one comes with a high drain 3500 milliamp 18650 versus the 3200 on the S2R. Got one hell of a battery you're getting with it. Same thing, just set it on a micro dock to charge it. UI on it's pretty much the same as the others. You do have 5 modes. First mode, half a lumen. That'll last 100 days. One thing I just want to bring up with the flashlight manufacturers, these lights that I review, that half a lumen, I mean when it's totally dark out, it's not real bad, but go with a lumen. Don't go with no damn half lumen. I think it would be more usable. But it steps up from a half a lumen to 12 lumen. Nice tight beam, 130 hours on 12 lumen. And 120 lumens, 15 hours. Fourth mode, 500 lumens for 210 minutes. And then the fifth mode, double press, 1050 lumens for 2 minutes. Then it'll kick back down to 500 lumens. Very small, capable light. If you're to take them clips off, it is so streamlined in the ability to fit in your pocket and not know it's there. That amount of light coming out is just unreal. To give you a quick idea, this here is a Through Night TN12 2014 edition. I throw that in a lot of my flashlight reviews. And here's the S30R 3rd gen for size. Now as far as light output, we'll just quick hit these on. Pretty close. But you're going to see outside it does have a nice tight beam. Throw that thing up against a big honkin' Fat Max by Stanley. 2200 lumen. It's not going to punch out as far, but pretty damn close for. Look at the size difference. Unreal. With that said, let's get out and hit some beam shots of these things and see how they do. All right, I got a tree 62 meters away. First up is the S10R on high. That's 62 meters. S10R. S10R 3rd gen. 62 meters. S2R 62 meters. S30R 3rd gen 62 meters. Lights it up pretty good. Now we're moving down to a 92 meter tree. This is the S10R. That's S10R, 92 meters. S10R, 3rd gen, 92 meters. S2R, 92 meters. S30R, 3rd gen, 92 meters. Now what we're going to try to do is move. A lot of snow coming down. Back behind there's up to 190 meters away. So you can see that. S30R, 3rd gen, 190 meters. S2R, 190 meters. S10R, 3rd gen, 190 meters for this little rocket. In the S1R. I think that S1R is punching out more than the S10R. Like I said, only lasts 30 seconds though. Here's the S10R, 3rd gen, S1R, S10R, 3rd gen. Pretty close. Like I said, run time's a lot longer with this light than the other one. Now we're going to run that new S30R 3rd gen up against a Through Night TN12 2014. There's the Through Night TN12 2014 pushing out 190 meters. And there's the S30R. It's outdoing it. Through Night TN12 S30R. Now just to give you an idea, for a little closer range at about probably 40 meters, we're going to fire up the S1R, the little one. A lot of light out of that little guy. And the S10R, 3rd gen. Here's the S2R, 18650. There's the S30R, 3rd gen. Punch it out. Now last but not least, I'm going to turn my truck headlights on high beam, some bright halogens. Give you an idea. Here's the S30R, 3rd gen. Washes it out pretty good. Truck lights, S30R. Let's try that little S10R, 3rd gen. Same thing damn near. I mean, it ain't as much, but you get the idea. These things put out a immense amount of light. Alright. There you go. Olight. Really like that S30R 3rd gen along with the S10R 3rd gen. It's coming a long ways. They took lights that were incredibly good and they've made them even better. Keep saying it over and over and over and over. Every time I review a flashlight, I get one that I think, you know what, this is probably my do-all flashlight, and I have to say, the S30R is probably going to take the lead on that do-all due to its size and its function and its ability to punch out there and long battery life. Although this is actually a close second, but battery life on them, of course, isn't as good, but for how small they are, just incredible. Go ahead and check that links out down below for these lights. As always, if there's any specials that manufacturer will give me to link in there, I'll put that in. If not, they won't be there. Go ahead and scope that out. I'll be getting a lot more lights in for review, just as always. So make sure and subscribe. Now, I've never said that before, but I'm going to say it now. There you go.